You were just saying a minute ago that when Chris Demm's not here, I'll talk to you about our relationship.
Oh, I feel like it's a little bit of therapy.
Yeah. You can let it out, Kels.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something that happened yesterday. This was very surprising to me and completely out of character for Chris Demm. Yesterday was his anniversary, 21 years. That's why he's taking today off. They've gone on a 3-day weekend. I'm not going to say where.
No.
Because I don't know.
Bingo.
Okay, so he keeps it from me. But he's very private, as you know, and he never, ever gives compliments or anything. Not between the two of us, ever. You know, It's always just business, boom, that's it. Yesterday, I got this text, only to me, from him, and he says, 21 years, thank you so much for being a part of our wedding day. I know it was hot out there. I sure appreciated you being there. And I told my wife, he sent this to the wrong person. He thinks... Yeah, I really do believe that.
Without a doubt.
I think
I don't question that for a minute. That's wrong.
I think there's someone named like Christina who was at the wedding.
Yeah,
or
maybe.
something, and I think he. And
I will say this because I've been guilty of this. It is possible that he sent that text to multiple people, not in a group message.
It's possible.
Like he copy and pasted and just
Maybe.
was like, "All right, he was there, she was there."
Doesn't that come up in a different type?
No, you just save it, copy the text once, and you can just go hit somebody different. And,
I see.
It's not every because I looked. I thought I must be part of a huge group here. No,
just to you.
Just
no. He either sent that to the wrong person or just to make it more endearing instead of group texting everyone. He's sending that to because it's very generic. Read it again.
21 years. Thank you so much for being part of our wedding day. I know it was hot. You being there made it very special.
I think he sent it to 40 people.
I can't believe he included me. Then I was like,
well, if we're going by attendance, you were there.
I was there.
Did you reply, who dis?
New phone, who dis?
That's right.
Then I looked above it to see the last thing he texted me, and it was that thing that Biggie had said. I don't even remember what context this was. It was very sexual about a chicken piccata.
Oh, yes.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so I looked above it to make sure it was the right person. It said, your chicken piccata makes me, daddy.
You're like,
okay.
Delete this.
So then I was like, how do I answer this? We're never that open with our feelings or anything, you know.
Yeah.
So I write back, what a beautiful couple you make. And what a day. What a day. I didn't know. You know? I just didn't know.
I should just let it be.
And that was it. And, you know, I said, happy anniversary.
Yeah.
I don't think he meant to include me on that. That's not our thing.
Chris Demm thinks about these things. You know, he's big on thank you notes.
Oh, I know that.
He always write, he's very complimentary to certain people. And,
oh, yes.
But I think what happened was you were instead of doing a group text, which is what any of us would have done.
Yes.
He's doing it one-on-one, going through his phone, copy, paste, send, copy, paste, send.
What time of day did he send it?
Oh, let's see. I think it was like 4 o'clock. It was middle of the afternoon.
So he wasn't dipping his bill yet.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, maybe.
Maybe.
My wife said he's drunk.
That's what I was thinking.
And I said, I don't know. It's a very well-written, nice thing. It's just totally out of the ordinary for him. Completely, I just thought, this is not meant for me.
Yeah.
I almost wrote back and said, you didn't mean this for me, did you? But then it's like, if he did, what kind of a jerk
Did you mean to send this to Biggie?
What kind of a jerk am I for not appreciating it? But I thought it was very nice, just completely out of the ordinary.
If I knew where he was going, I would have paid for BB Shea to go do his weekly wrap-up live in front of
right outside
Chris
the door.
Demm and his wife.
Whatever hotel.
Whatever dinner they're at tonight.
Yeah. You should. We should fly you whatever tropical locale. You should just show up and say, I knew you wanted to hear this.
You could probably go straight to the beach. I bet they're in a canopy bed right on the ocean.
Just do it. Yeah,
I say wait till dinner and have the waiter introduce him towards the end. We have a very special guest tonight.
Yeah, just stand over him.
He's here to wrap up the week. What?
They should absolutely do that. Oh God, I'm watching that show. We'll get to the good, the bad, the ugly here. I was watching that show, Barry, and he said, Barry, I've caught up now. I really like y'all recommended it.
Love it.
Very, very, very good. I love the lead actor. And he said he plays a guy who is an actor and also a hitman who will go and kill people. And he says to his girlfriend, if you want me to, his girlfriend's being bothered by somebody. And he said, I can do something to mess her up a little bit. And she said, what do you mean? And he said, take a picture of her when she's sleeping and send it to her. And I thought, you should do that to Chris Demm and his wife. while they're on vacation, just go take a picture of them sleeping and see how it works out.
Or just go, go to their house and take a picture of you sleeping in their bed.
Feeding the cat.
Petting the cat.
See, that'd be easy, right? Just put you all over the house and just start sending them to them.
You brought up the show Barry. I don't
yes.
know if you saw the rumor in Hollywood about him over the last week or two.
Oh, huge schlong.
Big time.
Yeah.
Hater?
Yeah, Bill Hader.
Yeah, they're saying he might have one of the biggest in Hollywood, and it's all because of an ex.
His ex, who was on the OC,
Rachel Bilson.
who I love. She's gorgeous. She's 40 now. But she was on a podcast, and the girl you love from that Parks and Recreation, she was hosting the podcast, and she said, "What do you miss most about Bill Hader?" Because they broke up, and she said, "Oh, his giant schlong." I mean, she was like, "There's no question."
Without missing a beat.
Wow.
And then she kind of tried to be like, but everyone's like, that was honest.
That was real.
That was honest.
I mean, she said, "Man, I miss that. I miss it." And I thought, man, good for Bill Hader.
Yeah.
Not only a talented, funny actor,
but to have that.
guy's got it all going for him.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy has it all. So if when we interview Bill Hader, Biggie, write this down.
Okay.
I'm going to ask him about that. I'm going to ask him, was Hillary
Put it on the desk.
was was Rachel Bilson being honest when she said you had such a schlong? Woo, that's the good story, and the good, the bad, the ugly right there. There's another, though. Here's a good story from the Little League World Series. A batter who is blind in one eye hit a home run last night when they were playing, and, of course, they got it on ESPN.
Porter rips this to center field. That's a grand slam. Josiah Porter, straightaway center. Easy to like Josiah Porter, man. Easy to like him.
Young man that lost his sight in his right eye, 100% blind. The only one he can see out of his left eye, that lead eye when he steps in there, and that lead eye is working pretty well right here.
This game is so hard to play with two eyes. To lose the depth perception without one and still be able to do that, that is remarkable.
Pretty amazing.
It is.
He's from Tennessee, and they won the game 7-1. His name's Josiah Porter. And his dad was in the stands, so they went and asked him, how did he lose the eye?
Just a couple of weeks before his 7th birthday, Josiah was coming out of a building, and there was a work truck that was parked outside, and they had the side tool shelf that was open, and Josiah walked right into it. It cut his eyeball. He ended up having to have 3 stitches in his eyeball. He's had 5 surgeries since then. 2 of those were retinal reattachment surgeries. It's just been a tough journey for him. But finally, when he started getting to play and jump and run, and he just didn't let it bother him. I mean, he just overcame, and we're a family of faith. Josiah stayed positive. Instead of focusing on the bad things, what he can't do, he focuses on what he can do.
Love it. That's Little League World Series, baby.
Grand Slam. That's pretty good.
Grand Slam with one eye.
That's
He's
awesome.
Totally blind. I mean, didn't that sound so painful? It cut his eyeball.
Oh, the way he described it, yeah.
I tell you, that retina thing is no joke. I have a friend who's an optometrist.
Awesome. Congratulations.
That's no joke.
I pay an
He
optometrist.
told me.
Those his words.
Listen, those were his words exactly.
Detached retina.
That retina thing.
No joke.
Now, you'll need an ophthalmologist to fix it.
Okay, that's Chris Demm's thing. He says ophthalmologists are,
They do the surgery.
Oh, this is a detached retina. You need to go to an ophthalmologist. I'm an optometrist.
I played tennis with him, and one night a ball just lightly hit me in the eye, but I just kind of blurred vision, and he said, I need to check you out right now, because if you've got a retina starting to detach, you've got like one day, or you're gonna be blind in that eye. And that was how serious. And I said, but it barely hit me. He goes, yeah, but you
Doesn't
just
matter.
never
Yeah.
know.
It's like a concussion.
So he laid me on the ground and got right down on top of me and looked. We were eyeball to eyeball.
That's when people started talking.
We get it, bro. You're a doctor.
More than tennis. More than pickle.
And he said, you're going to keep your eye, but you need to switch to pickleball, which is exactly what I did.
My dad had both his detach.
What?
Both.
And they saved him? They were...
Yeah, they were able to say he had terrible eyesight later on in his life, but he, both. And he had to have the surgery where they reattach, because when I go once a year, they always check me really well, because I guess it can be a hereditary thing.
Oh, really?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I think I'm right here. My friend who is the optometrist said it's like once it starts to peel away, he described it as something like it's like a projector losing its something, and then you're blind.
Yeah.
I mean, you are blind. You have got to catch
There's
that.
no fix for it.
No, once it's gone, there's no fix for it. You have very limited time. So that's why he said after.
That's why you should go to the eye doctor.
Well, you're supposed to. That's exactly right.
Do you go?
I used to go to him, but then I started playing pickleball. He doesn't play. He's a tennis man, so I don't see him like I used to. I love him, but I don't see him like I'm supposed to.
I know you don't like him. You don't like eye doctors.
I like him.
Well, personally, yeah. I'm talking about the profession. Them and dentists you don't get along with.
Well, yeah, that's right. Another good story here. The girl who said, "Catch me outside" to Dr. Phil. You remember her.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name? It's a...
Bad Baby.
Bad Baby.
Yeah.
That's right. She was on the show a few years ago.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
Catch her outside. The mom explains it's catch her outside to fight.
I don't think there's anyone that's turned nothing into something more than her.
She has made, golly, it's a huge amount of money. She's a multimillionaire now, and her name is Bad Baby. She has started a nonprofit organization with $1.7 million in scholarships for students in technical and trade schools. And she's giving them out $1,000 at a time, up to full rides. And so she basically has her own scholarship fund. That young girl, Danielle Brigoli, who became Bad Baby after the Dr. Phil appearance, has turned it into something good, and now she's giving out all the scholarships.
I'll be dog.
Good for her.
I mean, that's nice.
And I am very happy to hear that. If you recall, when she turned 18, I believe she joined OnlyFans, and she made $52 million in 1 year from OnlyFans.
That's right.
Once again proving that men are perverted pigs.
So she was naked and everything, right?
I think I don't know if she ever went full.
Or people use that for different things. Sometimes they're naked.
Yeah,
sometimes they're not.
I mean, you can pretty much have an OnlyFans and not do anything naked.
Donna D'Erico said, "I'll show my boobs, I won't show my hoo-ha." She literally said that. You're not going to see my hoo-ha on this site.
I think
I'm all right with that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
I think Bad Baby did maybe some lingerie, low-cut stuff. I don't know if she's
But no
going
porn.
full nude.
That's a good story there. I mean, she's really doing
Using
a
the
nice
money
job.
for the right reason.
Let's face
Give her
it.
credit.
She's doing that.
She's got enough of it.
Speaking of money and social media, an influencer's wallet was found by a Good Samaritan in Hawaii. At least we thought he was a Good Samaritan. And then after he found her wallet, and the woman's name is Tabitha Swatosh. I don't know her, but she's all over social media, apparently. She's an influencer, you know. And she lost her wallet, and this guy found the wallet and messaged her. He found her phone number and literally texted and said, "I have your wallet." And she said, "Oh, great. When can I get it back?" Because she's frantically looking for it. And he said, "I didn't say I was giving it back. I want a date with you. I want to go out on a date." She's 21. She's gorgeous. And he's like, "Go out on a date with me and I'll give you my wallet back." And she was very upset about this on vacation in Hawaii.
If you were the guy who found my wallet with my credit card ID and passport in it on the ground in Hawaii, can you please text me back? I don't know if you're a hero or a villain because you found my wallet, but you won't give it back. I'll even go on a date with you now. You told me that you would give me my credit card, wallet, and ID and passport back if I went on a date with you. I'll go on a date with you. I'm supposed to leave Hawaii in 3 days, and I really need all my stuff back, so please just text me back.
Well, they never did go on the date, and the guy anonymously left the wallet at her hotel down at the where you register, get into the hotel down at the front desk.
Yeah.
And they called her and said, "Your wallet's here." So she got it, but what he did, it's tantamount to being illegal, isn't it? Wouldn't you think?
Can't do that. Although I thought you'd swing it as this is a romantic way for
I'd
like
see
a couple to meet.
at face value, you love it, Kenny. Face value, you love it.
In your mind, he'd force the date, and then she'd be like, "You know what? I am in love with you," and they'd end up together.
I'm insulted.
Yeah, this is a Hawaiian rom-com to you.
I'm insulted.
Exactly.
How can you think that of me? My
they met on
God.
vacation. Oh my God.
Soulmate.
Yeah.
How dare you say something like that to me?
Now, if I had found the wallet, I would have held on to it until she told me she was an influencer, and then I would have thrown it in the Pacific.
You what?
Because that's not a real job.
Well,
I'm an influencer.
I just read that I think it's something like 35% of Gen Z young people, that's their job of choice.
Yes.
To be if you're all influencers, who are you influencing? By the time everybody becomes an influencer, there's nobody left to influence.
They're influencing on different different topics.
I guess that's
clothing,
right.
makeup.
I guess influencers watch other influencers.
And now, to me, TikTok is number one for this. People are. I mean, people, say, "Oh, I have 1 million views on TikTok of this," and now suddenly they're an influencer.
Oh, I know.
I'm just shocked by it.
No question.
But it doesn't take much to get a lot of people following you on TikTok, does it? I don't know how it works.
I don't know
I'm not
either.
On there.
I'm not on TikTok.
I thought it was a lot easier than
Instagram.
or
you can get more in your videos. Because the way they do their videos so quick, I think you can get more views than you can anything.
I watch TikTok.
I know you do.
I was going to say, you're the expert here.
Yeah.
I don't know how you go viral on TikTok. I just know that there's a certain algorithm that sends me.
Yeah.
I mean, they get transferred over to Instagram. That's the only place
that's where
I see them.
Yeah.
I just know there's an algorithm that sends me women dancing on beaches. That's what I see. And recipes. A lot of recipes.
What are you doing? Learning about influencing.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Bad story. Did you see this woman? This went viral. Get attacked by that rabid fox in upstate New York. What an attack. I've never seen an animal attack like that. I mean, it was more than any other animal I've ever seen. Have you seen this?
I've not seen it.
She's standing in her yard and she's talking on the phone, and up behind her comes a fox that turns out to be rabid. It attacked her first. It sinks its teeth into her calf. She starts kicking at it. Then it grabs her like between the thumb and forefinger. She describes it here. I mean, it's unbelievable. This is the description.
The more I tried to get him to leave me alone, the more voraciously he came after me. He just wouldn't stop. And my fear was that he was going to trip me up and I would fall and he would attack my face.
She's in her early 60s.
Is she describing the fox or Dave? I mean, play it again. It's interchangeable.
Wait a minute.
The more I tried to get him to leave me alone, the more voraciously he came after me. He just wouldn't stop. And my fear was that he was going to trip me up and I would fall and he would attack my face.
Completely interchangeable.
Well, let's see about her next clip. Again, is this about a rabid fox or our own Dave Aiken?
He latched into the fatty part of your hand right between your thumb and your forefinger with all of his might, and he held on, and I tried to rip him off. I tried to swing him off.
He just wouldn't leave. I mean, the attack is just, the animal just keeps coming back and back and
It's rabid.
Yeah.
It is. And then finally, her neighbor comes over with a stick. All this is caught on some sort of video doorbell,
Right.
So the neighbor comes over with a stick and it runs off, but it went to the other neighbor's house and they killed it. And it attacked them too. I mean, this thing was everywhere.
I will be grateful to him for the rest of my life, and I just thank God that he heard me. It felt like it was going to last forever.
It is a long time that she's being attacked. It's like 30 seconds. I mean, he just keeps on coming back for more and more and more.
Bad news, man.
Yeah, it is. And there's no question. Obviously, she's got to go in for all the rabies shots and everything because she got it all over them. I mean, it sunk its teeth into her twice in different parts of her body. So she's lucky, she said, that I didn't fall. And I think Biggie makes a good point about that Dave Aiken comparison.
Very interchangeable.
I don't bite in the fatty part between the thumb and the forefinger.
The one thing.
That's not what I...
You can say what you want about Dave Aiken. Don't say he'll bite you
in the fatty
part. He will not do that.
You know, on your animal thing, did you see where there was this, not to interrupt, but near Pittsburgh, that there was this person that was out walking their boa constrictor?
Oh, my God. No, I didn't see that.
And I don't know where they were walking, but it got away.
The boa constrictor's out in Pittsburgh.
There's a python or a boa constrictor. Yeah, people have these pets.
Right. So now, and it was walking it.
It's a suburb of Pittsburgh.
Yes.
I don't know why you would walk it.
So,
but it got away, and now they can't find it.
You know how dumb I am? I picture it with a leash around its neck.
Well, I wish.
And it's walking down.
I wish.
It was walking. Was it in
they
like
were walking? He or she was walking with it, I guess, on a path or whatever, and then it just took off.
So now you'll see it at Cedars games.
That's right. Steelers, Pirates
having a Permani
Brothers downtown at the Three Rivers.
I did not see that. Yeah. That's crazy.
Who would have thought? Fries on a sandwich.
That's how these things get started. Ask Florida.
They'll say when it's got a big lump in its stomach, they'll say, "Is that a deer?" No, it's a Permani Brothers.
No, it's French fries on a sandwich.
Did you say? I mean, those things are so good. You have to. I mean, you
Never
have
had
to,
one.
of course. And I haven't had one either. I really want that.
I love it.
Finally, the ugly story. A Rhode Island woman unknowingly drove to her job 45 minutes away and across the state line in Massachusetts with a partially naked and extremely high man laying on the floor of her back seat.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. Don't compare it to me again, Biggie. It's not funny a second time.
So you're saying don't even read the rest of it. It's so commonplace. Don't worry. He stumbled into her car while high. The back door was unlocked. Laid there sleeping. She got in to go to work and drove 45 minutes listening to a true crime podcast. And she got to work and heard him moan when she parked the car and looked back and said, my God.
Yeah. Lock your car.
Tell you, I never look in my back seat though.
I don't either.
I bet I could see myself doing that.
Is that a crime? The cops took him back to where he was supposed to be and sobered him up, and he went on his way.
I guess it's trespassing.
It's got to be.
Yeah.